Hi. Many of my friends who are watching this series of video recordings have been appreciating the ideas that are getting shared in this space. Quite a few of them make the statement saying that, these ideas are very, very essential, especially for youngsters in life. Today's, youngsters, students, young adults are at a crossroads, so much confused about how to deal with various issues of life. They could be emotional issues, they could be issues related to their future, issues could be about how to achieve success, how to achieve progress. So I think it's very important to, kind of give them the kind of clarity, the kind of advice that, you bring in your videos. So I correct them saying that I hope I'm not just bringing in advice, I hope I'm bringing in some inspiration. So there is this look in their facing, what do you mean? And that's what I want to talk about. And this is the statement that I want to make. One act of inspiration is much better than 100 words of prescription. I'm repeating this again. One act of inspiration is better than 100 words of prescription. I would tell elders who want to be helping young minds, stop prescribing, and if you can, start inspiring by your action. So I'd like to share one very interesting, kind of experience that I had in my life. And this is about me and my daughter Manasi. I think this was a stage when I think Manasi was in 9th standard going into the 10th standard. And she found the subject of maths particularly a little difficult. Not that I'm a champ in maths. I think I was pretty average in maths. I was reasonably good in geometry, but the rest of maths to me was so tough. But she was interested in maths. She wanted to do better in maths, but she was finding it difficult to do well. So in one of her, low moments, she came to me and said, "Dad, what do I do? I want to do much better in maths, but I don't know how to." So I said, in my own oversimplified way, which means you must work harder, Manasi. She said, "Dad, I'm already working hard." So I said, "Work harder, work twice as hard." She said, "What do you mean? I'm already doing maths homework exercises for 1.5, 2 hours every day." I said, "That's good. So make it 3 hours to 4 hours every day." She said, "Dad, you're so unreasonable. Where do I have all this extra time every day? As it is, I'm going to sleep by about 10, 10:30 and then I'm waking up at 6, 6:30 in the morning." So I said, "That's interesting. So if you're going to sleep at 10, why don't you get up at 4:30 in the morning and spend another 1.5 hours trying to do maths, practice maths?" She said, "Dad, be reasonable." I said, "Look, you asked me for a solution and I'm giving you a solution." She said, "But Dad, that's so hard that I've got to get up at 4:30 in the morning." So I said, "Beta, success is hard. Improvement is hard. Progress is hard. Changing into positive habits is hard. Building confidence in life is hard. So don't avoid the hard way." She said, "Dad, how can I do this? It's so difficult." I said, "Yes, as a thought, it is difficult. But when you get down to doing it, you will get used to that. It will become a habit." She said, "Dad, please." I said, "Let's give it a try." So she looked at me. I said, "Let's give it a try." She said, "Okay, I will give it a try." And she went off to sleep, I guess a little reluctantly, but she set her alarm for 4:15 in the morning. The next morning, Manasi got up and sleepishly, as she kind of rubbed her eyes and walked to the bathroom to brush her teeth and get ready, she turned and saw that there was the light switched on in the kitchen.
Much to my surprise, the kitchen light was on at 4:15. and I had set the alarm for myself. So I walked to the kitchen wondering who was awake with me.
And there, to her amazement, yours truly, her dad, was making a fresh, fragrant cup of masala tea and getting some biscuits and crackers kept on the plate to serve his loving daughter.
My father was there brewing a fresh cup of masala chai, which he set at my desk with some biscuits.
I got her 15 minutes ahead of her, and the best I could do to her was to give her a hot cup of tea in the morning.
That was his way of incentivizing my waking up in the morning.
And this continued. For every day that Manasi wanted to get up early and study, her dad would get up 10-15 minutes ahead, and Manasi would always have her cup of tea and a set of biscuits to start her day with positivity and with some kind of a love and care.
So I used to go to sleep in the night looking forward to that masala chai. So that 4 to 6:30 was a really good period of time for me to revise my lessons, practice my mathematics, and also it ended up being a time where I could internalize a lot, spend a lot of quiet time with myself. So earlier on itself in life, I began to value the quiet early morning hours when the rest of the household was asleep and there was no distraction, there was no place for any other kind of activity except to be with yourself and focus on what there was to do, which was studying. It also helped me build a very important habit of becoming a morning person. So till date, I wake up at 4:30 every morning, and whether I do exercise or whether I go for a run or a jog, irrespective of that, I wake up at that time because that time in the morning is essential for me to sit with myself, contemplate my ideas, and introspect.
This is something that I've experienced again and again. And the moral of the story is very simple. One act of inspiration is much better than 100 words of prescription.
As a result of this, I've also set a very good example for my kids. My children wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They see their parent waking up at 4, they are okay to wake up at 6. It's a normal thing in our household. And I have tremendous gratitude to my father for inculcating this habit in me and making me a morning person for my life.
One act of inspiration is much better than 100 words of prescription. Just watch out. Are you inspiring young minds, or are you landing up prescribing to young minds? Wish you all the very best. Enjoy your life with youngsters.